Oops, wrong scene. And hello, oops, like everything is broken. I was like, oh, our face's stream is over. There were some technical issues there. Now there are no technical issues over here. There's a few, but it should be all fixed. Hello, everyone. I'm TheNando. I love to cast Age of Empires, and I see so many followers and subscribers and everything, people joining. Thank you so much for the support. And usually, when people end the bracket reveal stream, everyone has an appetite for more action. Everyone is looking forward to some games. Everyone is looking forward to some matches. But what happens is that, okay, this is over, and now we need to wait because we need to schedule, we need to do things. There's no more action on the fly. And I was like, no, I want to address that problem. I want to have something that people are with the hype, people are with the excitement of the bracket reveal, and they have some place to enjoy a show match. Now, I did have a small little issue that one of my players for the show match is not replying. So I will need, we were asking around while the stream was ending, I need a 1k elo player. And I didn't want to do a show match between two players that are participating. Because then it could be like, okay, this show match was rigged beforehand. Maybe these players have more time to practice. Why does it say that I'm a raider from our base? I'm myself. I'm here. But yes, 1k elo. Berwin is 1k, that is true. Yeah, this is not part of the tourney. This is, I could reveal the opponent. He's not competing in the event. I don't want the show match to be two players that are competing, because to set it up, we would be favoring someone and things like that. I want the tournament to be as fair as possible. Fun Sponge, I'm around 1k. Yeah, and it's going to be against RoboPro, Robotic Pro, who is one of the admins for AOE leagues. He's he also has his own communities, events. Sorry, I'm replying to messages and everything, trying to get everything on the row. Yeah, very active admin. Also casts a few matches. And yeah, if you want to play the show match, let me read chat. Who is saying? Penguin asking whether I'm 1.2k. I request to practice with you tomorrow. I have a sneaky strat I didn't see. Oh, for me, this time. Yes, this time. I'm not competing in the tournament and I'm not playing. And the main reason is that I'm getting very passionate about casting. I want to focus on casting. I want to be practicing, maybe just 1 or 2 matches. I really want to focus on casting the event, of becoming a better caster. Elysium Gaming, yeah, we could get Elysium Gaming because it's easier for me to set that up. I never had this good of following. So, wait, did the other player wake up? Wait a second. He's typing. I wonder what he's writing. We may have the original showmatch on our hands. Let me see what they say. I hope they're not writing, oh, I'm so sorry. No, I don't want to be stories. I want to hear actions. I want to see I'm playing or I'm not playing. He's an egg. Yes, he's an egg. And yeah, there's also practice chats in TTLC. Usually, most players don't have a hard time. Okay, we will have the original show match. And Robotic Pro, you could be host. Okay, yeah. We have the original show match. All problem solved. Robotic Pro, you can be host. You can send me the links to the draft, and I will forward them to the other player, who will be... Yes. Let me get them up here. It will be a play all 3, same settings that you will play in the group stages. Let me change my scene. Captain's mode. Let me add the draft here. And this is also a preview if you want to cast, if you want to see how one of the matches looks in the tournament. This is also a preview for you viewers to see what you can expect. And I will reveal the name of both players in a minute. This is the map draft. This is the Civ draft. Oh, no, I don't want to join the Civ draft. I need both players to drop in to be ready. And then I can be a spectator. We will start the game soon. Just waiting on the draft, just waiting on the players to have everything ready. I'm sorry about the wait. And this is going to be cool because we were talking about some highlights, like how it is different to see these maps played by middle elo players compared to the pros. Now you will see that beforehand. Yes, Tactical Tea Time is here. It's gonna be Tactical Tea Time versus Robotic Pro. They aren't competing, but they are two legends. Robotic Pro works a lot in adminning tournaments and everything. Tactical Tea Time was one of the most active casters in the past. Both of them are not competing in the event, but it's gonna be a wild show match. Yes, I wanted to have Tactical Tea Time on. They're American. Tactical Tea Time is very American. One of the Americans of all time. I just checked. I like how Tactical Tea Time has... You have the name from one of the hidden cups. Yes, and now we can see their map draft. We already have it on the screen. They are just starting. Tactical Tea Time is called Norman Dugat because one of the events. But this is the two players. And let's get this section rolling. Don't worry, Tactical Tea Time, you are not that late. Because the bracket reveal was quite long. We had a lot of players competing, and that's great. And I think the main reason why you have a lot of players, the main reason why this is one of the biggest community events of all time in Age of Empires history is because of how cool T90 Titans League was. Some people in a game as old as Age of Empires, there's always the doomsayers, people saying, oh, the game has passed its peak, oh, this is a time that the game will finally end. And then we have such cool events, like we had T90 Titans League where everyone's blood was pumping. I will not spoil the results, but yesterday I had a watch party with friends. We had such a blast. We were having a barbecue and watching the finals, and the finals was such a good set. And now we have Red Bull in London. Mem has announced his own event as well, starting soon. There's so many things going on at the high-low and at the high level, and it's good that we have action here in the community at the same time. Dude, that must have been so fun. The finals were insane. The finals were great. And okay, we have action. Let's go, let's go. We have action on our hands. Hulu from Regicide was the first ban by Robotic Pro, one of the maps that is very weird to play. So Robotic Pro probably like, okay, let's kick that out of the picture. And we can see here that the first thing you do is both players ban a map. You ban before picking. So if you hate a map, you can always guarantee that you will not play that map, at least in the play all 3 settings, because you have a ban before your opponent can even pick their home map. Norman Nougat, Technical Tea Time went for a random ban and then picked Quarry, one of the close-ish maps, not super close, but and I think that's a map that Tactical Tea Time is familiar with. I wonder what Robotic Pro will pick. I did not expect Quarry from TTT, me neither. And Tactical Tea Time is a very aggressive player. And we have Valley from Robotic Pro. Valley is a map that I'm expecting a lot of players to play very differently. You can go for the foot in the center right away, you can play more defensively. I'm expecting a lot of mistakes in Valley, to be honest. And we have African River being banned. I think Robotic Pro is banning some of the hardest maps. Do you have the Google Doc available? I'm not sure. Now Arbase is free from the stream. He should be posting that up very soon. Yeah, play all 3. All matches are play all 3. This is a play all 3. So when you pick your home map... And yes, Norman Nougat is Tactical Tea Time. We have Mudflow being banned. I would assume Mudflow is one of the maps that Tactical Tea Time would enjoy. Very aggressive, very chaotic, very infantry. Coast Arena, I'm expecting a lot of lower elo players to ban Coast Arena because I think it's one of the hardest maps. All maps here are hard. I think Coast Arena is definitely is a beast of a map. I mean, Tactical Tea Time, he loves the Sicilians, that is true. But here, there's drafts and bans here, so it may get banned. Costa Rica will be my home map. The problem is your opponent can ban it. And now the admin pick is randomized for the final map, and we have Stranded. Stranded, I've seen a lot of different matches in Stranded. I've seen it played almost like an Arabia style. I wonder how these two players can play it. I think it's one that you can also be very aggressive in terms of civs. Have Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is great. So we aren't going to see any of the extremely crazy maps, in my opinion. And you can see here from the pacing and everything that you all have upwards to 30 seconds for your draft, so you can take your time, you can research your opponents, you can prep, you can, if it's not the first match that they are playing, you can... you have less information, but if they are playing a lot of matches, if you're the final set, you can start even checking if they were picked. And now we have the Civ Draft. Civ Draft always follows the the map draft, and we have Mapuche and Hindustani is getting banned. Mapuche, one of the new civs. Hindustani is always a staple, great in the late game, great at booming. We have the Chinese being banned, another one of the civs that's stronger at high elo. Spanish for that one-trick Conquistador build. I think one-trick Conquistador can be quite strong at a lot of elos here. Malay being built. Robotic Pro is branding some of the best civs in the game. I already researched 3 of my opponents. I think I can beat 2 of them. Let's go! Yeah, Sicilians are open so far. We have Malay Mongols. It's funny because I think Robotic Pro banned the hard maps and the strong meta civs. Tactical T-Time also banning the Khitans, the Magyars, the Celts. They do eat easy. Robotic Pro has a final ban. Is the Huns. The red background is a real unfortunate. I can fix that. Disqualify the both, yeah. Oh no! This is aggression in draft form. This is violence. Taking the Sicilians away from Tactical T-Time? I'm off my seat. There's so much history here. For those of you who don't know, Tactical T-Time is the Sicilian main. And now Romans, Vikings, Sicilians, Italians, Koreans, Portuguese, and Britons! Let's go! Ethiopians? I see a lot of my favorite civs here. Italians are one of my favorite. Ethiopians, Koreans. I really dislike Koreans because I think they are way too strong. And Vietnamese. Yeah, Tactical T-Time with the Britonites. And now you can see how the game is set up. You have 3 maps, you always start in Stranded, then loser picks the following map, and you have 5 civs at your disposal, and you do not tell your opponent which civ you are going for. I hope the like I can spectate muted stream. Yeah, minimize, follow the rules of the tournament. They are the same rules for the show match. You shouldn't be getting help. Even during the draft stage here, you were watching the chat during draft stage. You can't do that if it's one of the official tourney matches. You are in, and I hope... I mean, I can search for players. Let me open my... With all the excitement, I don't even have Age of Empires nor Capture Age open. Let me take care of that. The fact that Robotic didn't know, but T4 didn't know that he didn't know, so he thinks Robotic know is hilarious. Let's go! Win for the dungeons! Don't challenge me to say things fast. I can say stuff for going for getting me drop a fantasy go. From the moment I can say that, I can say anything. Opening up Capture Age. Just waiting to see them on the spec dashboard. I see their lobby. Their elo is quite close, both sitting at around 1k elo. Let me set up the overlay here. We are just waiting for them to start. And we are about to have the first ever show match of TTLC. Nando on Red Bull. I have, right now, Zardas, I have infinite energy. I have The only times I'm going a little bit slower is when I'm like reading stuff and making sure all preps are ready. I'm just replying to players and all. Once we get into the action, I need to remove my coat. I'm going all in. After 3 hours of rulebook reading, I'm ready for action. And I hope you are as well. As I said, the energy is electrical. First show match, T90 just hosted the whole tourney as a show match. But those are pros. And I purposefully didn't want any, like, 2k elo players for this. I wanted this. I wanted the mid to low elo range. This is a different beast. This is a whole different event once you change the elo levels. Please make sure spectator is on. I'm actually... We are just taking a minute before starting the game. Stretching, you know, there's a lot on the line here. A lot of honor. Nice, nice, nice. Having some communications from the players. And by the way, I want to thank as well, while we are waiting, thank Arbase for having me on. I hope now that we are in my own humble abode and not the professional setup of Arbase, I hope you enjoyed my presence over there. It'll be 2 minutes back delay. Nice, nice, nice. I am ready. When the players want to start, I am ready. I had my first... This was my first time ever talking to T90 Live, which I gotta admit was kind of hype as well on my own end. It's like, oof, I gotta play it cool. I gotta throw some jokes in. Did I not post that I was going live here? Oh, thank you, Bergwin. I was about to do that. I was about to post on T90 community tournaments, but I see you did it on your side. To the funny stream. Thank you for the salutes. Thank you for everyone who followed. Thanks T90 for having me on. Thanks for the raid. Thanks for all the support. Let me make sure I refresh spec dashboard and that I'm not missing anything. Maybe they've already started. No, that's Arena. Haven't started yet. I'm anxious to refer words. I think it's gonna be start. I feel like this is worse than our base filling in time. It's like they're about to start. I think they're about to press ready. I think just one more click and we're in. And these are not professional players. If these were professional players, all the setup would have been even harder, even worse. Okay, they are off. Let me spectate. They have a lot of spectators on. Yes, I know that I have to tell. And I can already see the map. They have a 3-minute spec delay. We're going to wait for the 2-minute spec delay. We're just 2 more minutes. I promise. It's just 2 more minutes. And this is a fun matchup. This is a fun matchup to start. I can already see it. I won't spoil it for you guys, but and Robotic Pro has roughly 800 matches played in total, most of them team games, like 700 team games, 100 1v1 games. Tactical Tea Time has 400 to 500 matches played, 130 were team games, 300 were 1v1 games. He is the favorite in terms of elo, but he is also a bit rusty. He hasn't been playing much. So I wonder how the matchup will go. I have no idea if this is going to be a 3-0 stomp to one player. This will be a 3-1, 3-0 stomp for another player. I have no idea how these two will match up against each other. Especially because Tea Time, in particular, is a wildcard of a player. I don't know Robotic Pro's playstyle. I haven't seen Robotic Pro play yet. I know Tactical Tea Time's playstyle, so I know we're in for a good show match. And by the way, I do see I was talking a lot to my Twitch chatters, but I also see you on YouTube, Bergwin, who is everywhere, Credantos and Pickle McTillionaire. I always multi-stream. I'm live on YouTube and Twitch, and I'll be doing so for the rest of the tournament as well. I'm excited. Today I won't cast a lot of matches, but the players will start pairing up, they will start playing their matches, and the casters are looking forward. We are like, our eyes are shining, looking at the matches. And let me just set up this here. Enable scoreboard. Time versus Robotic Pro. I don't know. I'm going to put them both at like 80, 1000. Play all three. TTLC show match. Okay, and we're off. Time to balance it for you. Yeah, that's why I multi-stream, because people have different preferences. Let me just get Twitch chat here. I'm finishing all the preps. Twitch chat is in. And let's kick this off. Hello everyone, and welcome to T90 Titans League. This is the second community edition, and after watching the pros, it's time for us to watch the exact opposite. These are our mid to low elo legends, and we have two players here who agreed to play a show match. Their goal is to show us how things go in these settings. They did a draft, now we're in, and in the right side of the map, playing the purple color. I think purple versus green is a bit odd. Let's go for the classic blue versus red. In the red color, with the Italians, we have Robotic Pro. And in the left side of the map, in the blue color, leading the Romans, we have Tactical Tea Time. And Robotic Pro already an egg. So there was no TC. Wait. It's a Nomad start. Ah, okay. Didn't know. Arbase, you're an admin. Everything is okay, right? Oh god, I was worried I breathed a little it somehow. You can see that everyone is here with a finest action. T-Time doesn't have the right... Yeah, this spot would be so juicy here with the wood and the gold and everything. And he just has a wood TC. Robotic Pro does have a much better TC. And this is Romans versus Italians. Flavor-wise, they are two very similar civs. They both speak roughly the same language and everything. Gameplay-wise, they play quite differently. Italians are spectacular in this matchup because they have cheaper fishing ships from the dock. They are great in hybrid maps. And once the late game is reached, Italians are just such a versatile civ. They can... they have, like, gunpowder that is superb. If you didn't tech into infantry, you have the Condottiero as a quick switch. If your opponent is going cavalry, you have your genuine crossbowman. If it's a gunpowder matchup like bombard cannons everywhere, you have discounts. Yeah, minus 20% units. They are great for just crossbow play because of the cheaper university tax and everything. So Italians are just a versatile civ. Romans are way less versatile, but they can go for some very mean timings and from some very mean power spikes. You have the infantry spam, and Tactical T-Time does love his infantry play. And I wonder if you have some feudal pressure snowballing, and even though Italians are great in the late game, if you destroy your opponent in feudal age, that will be irrelevant. Let me know if the audio levels are okay. Things should be balanced. My voice should be sounding nice and clear with the game audio in the background, but let me know if everything is set up correctly. And yes, I'm very excited to be hosting this first show match. I hope people enjoy the idea. We see both players. Let me change this to the idle TC. Amazing idle TC time. 0 to 6 seconds of idle TC time. This is, as I said, players, I don't know what they are putting into their food. I don't know what they are doing. Nowadays, 1k elo players are insane. Like, back in my day, when I started playing Age of Empires, 1k elo players would lose all their villagers to boars. Now they are pushing boars, they are scouting with... look at this scouting! With 0 seconds, and this is a hybrid start. Hybrid starts are way rougher. It's so easy to get house, it's so easy to snowball the ILTC time. This is insane. Yeah, I think late game, the matchup favors the Italians. I think, even though Romans in some matchups are favored, with the Italian gunpowder and all the options and even cheaper imp, I think late game really becomes an Italian stomp. But Romans can cause a lot of damage. Oh, and Bergwin redeemed... Yes, I can say... My redeems may not be working, all of them, because I forgot to tweak things before the stream. I do apologize. But I can say whenever it is needed. Barracks going up. Technical time luring and... Oh, will this go down to the elephant? Will this be the first villager? What are they feeding? These players! Did you see that? I thought we were about to see the first villager go down. Tactical time, like, nope, I'm in camera and we have another ruin here. Hit a bit slower. Slanfer parhuengith golgaring. Slanfer parhuengith golgaring quindrobo fanticilio go go go. It's harder to say it slower. And Robotic Pro is the first one to click up. Of course, he's playing at its Italians. A lot of advantages in a map like this. The cheaper fishing ships can snowball your economy. And then you have the cheaper age up. And look for more ways. Will you see the first villager go down? No, already garrison. A little bit far away, but that's completely acceptable. 9 versus 15. If you're playing in this tournament, these two aren't playing in a tournament. If I'm a 1k elo and I'm watching this show match, I'm scared, to be honest. This is 1k elo. Yeah! Like, did I get the wrong players in? Is this Hera and Leary or Yo or something? What's happening here? Second dock already going up? Okay, and this is where, in these maps, especially in hybrid maps, strategy becomes very relevant. Some maps are more about execution, other strategies extremely relevant. How much do you commit to water? How much is a mistake? Some players just had a fishing ship earlier on, and then they're ready to abandon all water. It's like, it played its role, I win on land, you lose the game. While others heavily invest into water, you see a lot of asymmetrical matches. And in my opinion, asymmetrical matches, like aggressor versus defender, water focuses versus land focuses, it's much more interesting than, okay, we both have 3 archers, let's see who can do the dance of dodge arrows better. I spent 3 hours on Friday writing out what tips to pick on each map and what would counter what. Took way longer than I thought. I can relate to that every single community tournament I participated in. I'm not doing that on this one. I had a spreadsheet with like my list of civs, like number 1 list of maps, favorite map, second favorite map, third favorite map. And then I also had a list of like, this map, these are my top 3 thieves to pick, these are my top 3 thieves to ban. For this opponent, I want these bans, and I will either ban regarding my opponent or regarding the maps. Both players clicking double directs as soon as they age up. Tactical T-Time does have the eco lead, and he's playing Romans. Italians do have the cheaper water bonus, and this dock maybe was just to have better fishing efficiency. I see no production out of it. Romans have a sneaky little bonus. They keep gathering, they snowball a tiny advantage because they have 5% better efficiency on all villagers. It's easy to forget this bonus because it's not flashy, but it makes the Romans way better than they would be without the bonus. And ooh. Huh? What's the plan? Oh, just relocating to another lumber camp. We didn't talk a lot about the spawn. This is a nomad start. Sadly, T90 didn't, not T90. Tactical T-Time, they both start with T. Tactical T-Time did not go for the ideal TC position. And we do see archery range and market. This will probably be a fast castle. Tactical T-Time only lacking gold to go fast castle and the 2 buildings. Mills are important for farming. Yes. No! It's so easy in these maps to forget the mill. You also need a mill to build a market, right? Tactical T-Time's economy is a bit in shambles. This could be a fast castle, but it's not, and we see the fire ships arriving. 1 fire ship and a hull. So Hulk will be good at taking out the fishing ships, and the fire ship should not... I think Tactical T-Time doesn't know that he can garrison the fishing ships. He doesn't know about the garrison or new patch. No, yeah, that's the thing about getting old school players. He doesn't know. He's like, what is this? T-Time! Garrison the fish! And this is another cool thing about watching these games. You get to scream at the players. He doesn't know. And that's the thing about 1k ELO players. I was just saying, Tactical T-Time up until now, I was like, oh, he's Hera, oh, he's Leary. And then commits a blunder like this. And this is normal at 1k ELO. Some players are superb at one things and not superb at others. Ah, fire ship. Yeah, fire ship's not dock T-Time. If you didn't know... Okay, he has some pikes here to harass, but the castle age timing... Ah, he was looking for a counter to the Hulk. Okay, okay, okay. And it's the fire ship. He was in the last minute, I agree. And we see the pikeman searching for some damage. We see Tactical T-Time's vision. Robotic Pro, that's very good scouting. Scouted everything but Tactical T-Time's base, and this stock will go down. Nowadays, fire ship melt docks really fast, and we see fishing lines fletching. So this will be an archer transition, and if Tactical T-Time's plan is infantry, likes the buildings. If he likes the buildings and everything, this is going to be such a delayed castle age, and crossbows are such a good unit at finishing the game. Crossbows are superb at just melting villagers. They snowball so fast. And this is already 2 archers. Oh, they are playing all 3. It's play all 3. It's the same format as you will be playing. Oh. Oh, oh, oh! The attempt at trapping. And I hope Tactical T-Time adds some scorpions. That would be his best counter against the Italian archers before they snowball. We do see Robotic Pro going for a little bit of a boom. The fishing eco. This is scary. The fact that he has all of this fishing eco uncontested and will now have TCs, and TCs convert to villagers with convert to late game eco, that's scary. But Tactical T-Time, researching man at arms, going to Castle Age. We will soon see some infantry shenanigans, and there's only 2 archers on the field. Robotic Pro can commit the mistake of having the superb eco but no military. That can happen, and then it's like you have the perfect setup, but no military units at the right time, and then you just melt. Let's see how things go. And it is funny. Okay, this is still astonishing. 20 seconds of idle TC time versus 55 seconds. A jump long to begin after an archer. Yes. Getting wheelbarrow, so Robotic Pro's economy. Also as well, great economical setup. Tactical T time, getting his second TC. Getting squires, getting skill mill armor. Only one barrack, no, 2 barracks. No relics are in 3rd TC for Robotic Pro. So this may turn into a very boomy game. And Robotic Pro, like 2 TCs, constant field production. The Robotic Pro is doing a superb job at booming. If this is turning into a boomy game, Robotic Pro is setting himself up for success. And I said before, Italians are superb in the late game. I think Italians are my clear favorite here for the late game. And that's something that never happens in high elo, but happens a lot in lower elos, is that players choose, will we have mid game or not? Will we have early game or not? Will we just skip to late game? And it seems like both players are skipping to late game. And in this matchup, I think that favors tactical T time. And he's dropping 2 watchtowers. It's just 2 archers. Build some scorpions. No, the monk spawns at the worst possible time. Disaster. Snipes the farms. No. A disaster for tactical T time. These 2 archers are the most valuable archers. It's gonna be another doink. Okay, no, they don't like this farm. The value of those archers is insane. And tactical T time is only on the... It's tactical farm time, yes. Getting fletching for the towers. Getting another monk. We'll play the R-base style of getting the relics. And yeah. Now I want to ask you honestly. You saw T90's Titan League. You saw Hera, you saw Viper, you saw all of those great names. In all of those matches, be it bronze, be it silver, did you see any match that played like this one? Did you see Stranded being played like this? No. That's the beauty of T90's Community Cup. No. Everyone is saying no. Chill Stranded, exactly. We are inventing new meta. So tactical T time has a meta terms, has the longsword, has chainmail, but the castle will make things hard, and he wants to go for the relics. Ooh, great play by Robotic Pro. I really like outposting. I love watching low elo games way more than top tier games, and I love even more to just cast. I'm happy. I think you should play the game, everyone. But me, on a personal level, I'm happy I decided to be caster only. I'm very excited to be casting this cup along the next days. Of course, there's going to be a break for Red Bull. I will be there. Yeah, he just wants good. I told him T90 a while ago. T90 would never place farms like this. T90 could never. Look at how fast they go. And they're going to start. This is also good. A lot of players underestimate the importance of just attacking nuisances. Castled my monk. And we see Genoese crossbowmen on the field, and the answer is scorpions. The answer to all of this is scorpions, but we'll... You monked my castle! We see ballistic thing, that's going to make the Genoese crossbowman much more threatening. Even though, that's a lot of Q. Genoese crossbowmen are not that stronger than regular crossbowmen if they're not playing against cavalry. They're not that crazy of a unique unit. Cavalry is not in the field, so they won't perform that superbly. Still, you can skip the crossbow upgrade. Tactical T-time using the market. Is it for more longsword production? It is. Yeah, they have one less range. Isn't ideal. Yeah. They could counter technical T-times Roman Knights, but there's nothing. Yeah, Genoa is not good versus infantry with ×2 armor for sure. And I think tactical T-times army 30. This is starting to be threatening numbers of crossbowmen, but I think he can cause some damage. We need to take down this mining camp. Falling behind in economic, and that's just because of how good Robotic Pro set up his economy. He's taking advantage of the ship. Well, that's the thing. You need to think about how much do you invest into water and how much you get back from it. Robotic Pro had the ideal scenario where he just built 2 military water units, and that was enough to completely dominate water. 23 fishing ships. Those are Italian fishing ships. They are... I like the farming strategy, but the farm layout being all over the place is getting me. I've seen worse Ryuji, trust me. The Genoese crossbowmen are here now, out on the field. A lot of fish boom, and ooh, send your army to your opponent's eco. You can't fight this head on. And Imp is on the way for Robotic Pro, and I would like to see... that guy's having the time of his life. If that's not a happy Genoese crossbowman, he's 360 no-scoping. Freaking Beyblade. Admins! Ban this player! Good, I like that the army is not going through the crossbows. You don't want to take those battles, you need to pick your battles. And, but technical T-time will be pressured by the castle age, by the Imperial Age timing. I wonder if these will be enough to even take down it. The Genoese crossbowmen are not causing a lot of damage, but in time they will be. Oh, that's the NPC. Which one is... Ah, here. Could have been denied, but I mean, it's... For us, it's easier to see that with caster vision. Yeah, AOE sound design is great, and especially, like, that's one of the things I like to go back to pre-definitive edition. We see the classic of... You don't have to be walled. Your opponent just has to believe that you are walled. There's a gap there. That's not a wall. But that is still enough to stop the Genoese. And now, yeah, with these numbers, this is what tactical time needs. He's behind in the game. When you are behind, you need to create chaos. You need to create opportunities. You need to buy yourself time. Some would say you need to buy yourself tactical time. Taking down some houses, that's still damage. We'll delete the houses because of the watchtower. Taking down the dock with the long swords. There's no galley still fan, and nowadays, yeah, Roman longswordmen are faring greatly versus Genoese, and they can take down the watchtowers as well. Tactical T-time, the correct answer here would be Scorpions. If Scorpions could complement his unit comp, he would be in a great position. We see Elite Genoese on the way, we see two-man saw, we see chemistry. That's the problem. Now we're reaching a point where it's gonna be Castle Age versus Imperial Age tech. And look at the bank! Tactical T-time does have the... Ah, it gets spotted. And the mango gets shot on right away. Still a nice shot. And it's good that Tactical T-time remembered that siege exists. Murder holes for the castles and the towers to attack the infantry. Mangonels being on the field changes this game dramatically. Ooh, nice split micro. If Robotic Pro isn't looking, he can lose a lot of his army. But the units are scattered and they have a kill advantage. If the crossbows were downhill, that's another story, and that's why maps are important. In Stranded, the center is way more healy, so you have advantages fighting against the outside. The match isn't decided yet because Tactical T-time is on the way to Imperial Age. and doing a great job at booming. Look, how is the idle TC time so low? This is going to make technical T times life a lot harder. Now, Scorpion time is over, and that's one of the reasons why I thought Italians would be a lot better in Imperial Age. It's not only the gunpowder units that aren't being utilized, it's the fact that now Roman Scorpions, all Roman Siege, is... I was like, Roman Scorpions are obsolete and now they get queued. This is a scary unit comp. Robotic Pro is reaching post-game situation. Tactical T-Time with 60 Cs. So, Tactical T-Time is indeed playing like the pros. Adding a lot of PCs, booming with high efficiency. But he needs transitions, he needs army. Just skirms right now. Just, I talked about Scorpions, just 5 archery range producing skirms would be superb. Now the units are getting shredded, the villagers. And as Bergwin pointed out in chat, this is the FTC. Bergwin needs to repair. Not Bergwin, Technical Key Time needs to repair. It will go down. Imp will get denied, and that's such an amount of time that went down the window. Down the drain. And Technical Tea Time's like, oh look, my bank! And oh, at least he queued up in which TC. Now he went for a back TC and he needs to transition. He needs something. You killed my imp TC! Well played, my friend. GG's call, and I think it was a good point to call it. Whenever T4 doesn't manage to win with unit spam, he's just Wiko mode. I've never seen someone with so much skill avoiding looking at an enemy unit like when he's in Nico mode. True. And GG, Robotic Pro does win game number 1. And that means that Tactical Key Time, let's go back to Captain's mode. And by the way, hello Sugi Yamagawa, hello Protocol Primo, anyone who has joined so far, Ryuji as well. And Norman Nougat, aka Tactical Tea Time, does lose the first match. And it goes to Robotic Pro. Thieves. We had the Italians defeating the might of the Roman army. Oh. Things here, they are setting up the next match. Oh, they can just... Okay, yeah, they can just press the... They have the rematch button. You can use the rematch button to set up your next match. And we have the spectator delay. What? I think Tactical T-Time will go for his own map of Quarry. What would you go for in terms of Steve if you are playing Quarry here? I would maybe even go for... I mean, I would go for the Britons because I need... But I think Portuguese Quarry would be a nice call. And who would you pick to counter? Maybe Koreans or Ethiopians? I prefer Sicilians for Valley. Koreans, Portuguese. I think Koreans, Portuguese could be the matchup for Quarry. Portuguese are such a good Steve. Not just because me and Makoto are both Portuguese. They are one of the best Thieves in the game. They are, like, Portuguese are one of the best Thieves in the game where when none of their advantages come into play. If the map is close or anything like that, they become a top tier Civ. I could have checked some statistics while we were waiting. Still have capture age up. You can see both of them have roughly the same APM. And in terms of military, Tactical T-Time was ahead for a bit, but I think it was the economy. It was the fishing ships made so much different. This game, if Tactical T-Time knows that he can garrison fish, it will be a completely different game. It would be a completely different story if Tactical Tea Time knows that he can garrison fish. If you're playing in this tournament, remember to read patch notes and know. And things are ongoing. Here, let's the match here. We'll have spec delay. And if you are wondering, oh, how do matches get cast? What's it gonna be like when I, as a player, am the one being cast by T90's community? This is what you can expect. I mean, this is my style. Each caster has their own style. We are very different from each other. Some of you will come to love my style, and I thank you for staying. If you don't enjoy my casting, that's also okay. There's a caster for each taste, and hopefully we'll have casters online for most of the cup, like 2 or 3 at the same time. I haven't played AOE in like 20 years. Well, this is your opportunity to come back. Use code TheNando at discount, you'll get. Microsoft should do that more. Not use code TheNando at discount, but more sponsored opportunities, more promotion towards the game. Okay, and let me get the colors coherent to my previous setup. Everything is set up correctly. Mapuche. What's Mapuche? Can play AOE2, we have cookies. Let's go on to match number 2. And it is indeed Quarries. And Tactical Tea Time didn't go for the Portuguese. Robotic Pro went for Gas. He's in the red color here in the start of the map, commanding the Korean. And we can see some tower creep going forward and map control. Tactical Tea Time went for the Vikings. And I wonder if the play will be just infantry aggression. This is a map that, even though it isn't closed, this hill provides so much of a defender's advantage. I played this map versus our base, if I remember correctly. And the main reason why he won was that we were doing mangonel wars and he was always uphill versus me. I went on the aggression versus our base. This map, even though it's not closed, do not underestimate the significance of this hill. And if you castle here, the cracked terrain will harm you quite a bit. In terms of map generation, we see gold and stone here. In the back, ooh, Tactical Tea Time has the 2 golds closer, but the stone a bit further away. Tatar's good for this map. Yes. I think this is a map that a lot of civs can be good at. And these trees have 150 wood. You can chop them, and create new venues of attack. If the game is turning into a stalemate in the center, your opponent is walled and things like that, you can cut down these trees, lumber camp here, and then create a surprise attack, even dropping a barracks or an archery range. 3 on wood. 3 on wood. Everyone playing very standard so far. Robotic Pro, 31 seconds of idle TC time though. So a small blunder there, Tactical Tea Time 0 seconds. And we see this is a map. Also, deer pushing can be very telling of the elo that players are playing at this in this map. You can do deer pushing, but it can be a bit stressful. I think Tactical Tea Time is auto scouting. And Robotic Pro, I don't think this is auto scout, but it could be as well. I think the main reason for saying Tatars are good for this map is that they are just a good civ overall, and because of the heal bonus. They have bonus damage. Milling the deer, ending a house. He found all of his sheep. Yeah. I think so. Yeah, the center here is important to contest because you have 3 relics here. You have here, and then you have the gold deposit. This is 10,000 gold.
No.
No who? Oh, wow. I think he almost lost the scout to the TC. I don't know how you can retain so much info in your brain. Yeah, it snowballs. When I started casting, I was an egg. I didn't know anything. I'm still an egg, but now I know a little bit more. That does fall off in late game though. True. We do see the gears getting pushed. Now I'm a potato. Oh! No! Ah! Dear! Oh dear! Oh, no, technical time! The disaster!
Yes.
Disaster struck for technical tea time. Revenge. Unpushable tears showing up already, yes. We have our cameo. And, okay, let's talk about Civ matchup. Koreans are one of the Civs I dislike the most in the game. I think Koreans are so strong. And I'm an archer player, so the fact that they have good towers and good skirms is one of the reasons I dislike them so much. I think my worst win rate is probably versus Koreans. They are the Civ that has the least amount, the most amount of free text in the game. You get 6 free text. It's not 7. Some people are confused between 6, 7. It's 6 free text that you get with the Koreans. All the tower upgrades and all the archer armor upgrades. You get the... I mean, warship isn't relevant, but you have the wood discounts on units. Villagers with +3 line of sight is more for nomad maps, to be honest. But yes, someone pointed out in chat, and it's true. Both Zelda and Bergwin. Fire Lancers. Fire Lancers are what Koreans were needed to become superb. I feel like Koreans were always solid, but it was like, they are so good, but something's missing. And now that they have Fire Lancers on their arsenal, they are amazing. The map doesn't scream mobility to me. Looks like slow push up the middle. Thing is, it can... Yeah, but I think it can turn into more mobile, but I do agree that this isn't... There are a lot of maps in this... tournament that are way more close. And that time is walling inside. None of them is walling much towards the center. We do see here a small wall. I like this. To secure some resources. Oh. And tactical time with the Philly, that's... Here you see a prime example of why idle TC time is important. Tactical tea time is about to age up, has 4 more villagers working during all of this time, and that's all because of idle TC. We'll have more rest collected, and he's playing Vikings. Vikings shouldn't be underestimated. The wheelbarrow bonus alone is such a powerful bonus. It just got in, and you save so much. You save the timing to research. You save the resources that you need to spend. You now have your eco being more efficient. Scout goes down there. And tactical tea time now will have a superb economy at this point. See archery range once again. You see market, so tactical tea time may be thinking on going fast castle. Getting some of the deer. He's locked in now. Walling though. I'm proud because I'm very bad at walling myself. This villager may wall himself in, by the way. I think that's going to happen. I think this villager is stuck now. You do not want that. So this is now 26 villagers. He just lost 1 villager to poor infrastructure. But yeah. Double BDX, horse collar, and wheelbarrow. And horse collar has changed, by the way. For those of you who don't know, before, if you build farms and research horse collar later, horse collar would not kick in for your current farm. It would be a wasted opportunity to take so long for it to kick up. And okay, the villager is stuck towards this side. Okay. And nowadays that doesn't happen. If your farm has like 90% of food left, then it pays back 90% of food. I like the farm change. I really like the farm change, especially because of the awkwardness of like, oh, I'm about to place 8 farms. Oh, but the update is researching. And you need to wait like 6 seconds to place it. I prefer, this feels more organic and natural. But Robotic Pro does show up with a few units and Tactical T-Time has nothing on the field. And will he get a farm sniped again? And it's so easy for Tactical T-Time to just kill 2 skirms and a spear and you counter this. He moves everyone to archery range and he cancels the farm there. No doinkage. I prefer overreaction to no reaction. This was a bit of an overreaction. I like the skirms on the way. I much prefer an overreaction to an underreaction. And that caused some eco inefficiency for Tactical T-Time. We do see here. Oh, for the cameras! Adjusting the farm. Good balanced eco from both of them. I think I preferred Robotic Pro's economy a little bit. Tactical T-Time reacting well to the pressure. Adding a blacksmith. He already has the archery range. Under reactions are fight. Yeah, because they are deliberate. Gating here. Fight back, fight back, fight back. Fight back with Bills. Fight back with this villager even. Fight, fight, fight. Never underestimate. Yes, never underestimate the power of a shirtless man. The shirtless man has taken down the man on a horse. And now skirms are on the field and the horse was the only thing that could counter the skirms. Nice defense by Tactical T-Time here. And his eco? Great eco setup. This is not the same Tactical T-Time that we saw in the previous game. Well done. You will face against each other. It's gonna be hype. Yeah, we are not watching the same Tactical T-Time. Both players, I like how both players are much more concerned about walling to the sides than walling the front. A shirtless man is a power man, true. Ooh, 2 towers? Is this a Lord of the Rings reference? We've seen a lot of Star Wars references. We also saw Legolas and Gandalf are competing in the tournament. And Tom Bombadil. So now we have the 2 towers. They are on cracked terrain. Tactical T-Time has Viking infantry. He could easily take them down. They will get upgraded though. Mangonel food. Yeah, they are on cracked terrain. They will get automatically upgraded. Yeah, there's also Bilbo in the tournament. You're absolutely correct. Boggansville. Yeah, the towers here are better. A lot of players underestimate the cracked terrain. And Tactical T-Time had such a good economy to click up to Castle Age. And suddenly the gold is gone. Yoda Archers. He could have such a good timing. That could have been a devastating timing. But he's not doing the correct prioritization. He may even be second to click up. Here we see some microing. But I mean, those archers will never have a good time versus the skirms. And even Tactical T-Time has 6 on stone. A castle here would be a very good play. Even here on the hill, targeting one of the towers. A 3rd tower, no longer Lord of the Rings. 3rd tower ruins a reference, but now, yeah. Castle Age is on the way. That means that... what's the one after Wheelbarrow? I'm pulling a blank. Handcart? I think it's Handcart. Handcart. I know them. Oh, 3 rings to rule them. 3 rings for the Elven Kings under the sky, DC. 7 for the Dwarf Lords in their House of Stone. 9 for mortal men doomed to die. 1 ring to rule them all. 1 ring to find them. 1 ring to bring them all. And in the darkness find them. In the land of Mordor, where the shadows lie. Yeah, I know my Lord of the Rings. But yeah, both players are on the way to Castle Age. Tactical T-Time will be the first to arrive there. Like when we were doing the bracket reveal and that moment before where me and Arbase were like, oh, do people know... Oh, now in Black Speech. But people are asking, oh, Are there nerds in the Age of Empires community? I'm replying to that answer with my answers. Ashna Bimbatul. Ashna. I used to know it. Ashna Grimbatul. Ashna Draculatul. Ashna. I forgot. I used to know. Yeah, beat your nerd. I'm sorry. A+ for effort. Oh, Black Speech is the fictional language of the Lord of the Rings of Mordor. It's the tongue of Sauron and of Mordor. Okay, here. No, that's not it. Baruch Azad. Aymanu. Yeah, my effort could have been better. But yeah, okay. This is a strong force, and this guard tower will not be up in time. Koreans have great skirms, but there are no skirms on the fields. This is the thing about... He's doing everything right, he just lacks speed. He also lacks ballistics. Oh, that... I was streaming earlier with Arbase, and he explained the bracket placements all in detail. 3 guard tower caps. But I can give you a short version of it. Basically, you have your tournament elo, which is calculated by the average between your current elo and your max elo. So say that you reached a peak of 1500 elo, but now you're kind of playing worse, you're at 1100 elo. Your tournament elo will be 1300 elo. That's your bracket elo, that's what will be used to get placed. However, some of these names are already known in the community. Some participate in a lot of tournaments, and there's an extra parcel that gets added to the communication, to the brackets, and you can get like 100 elo or lose 100 elo. For example, you've played in a lot of tourneys and you win them all, maybe players will get rigged up. So yeah, most bracket is just, almost all players are just the average between highest elo and current elo. Then you can get pumped up or down a little bit based on previous tournament performance. I'm just a caster, that's the admin Arbase's responsibility. Some rocket cards, but Koreans are housed. And Tactical T-Time setting himself up for a great boom. The gold control will be very relevant later on. For now, it's still not in the point where this is game winning or game losing. Very helpful for Robotic Pro, but I don't think we are at the point. Yes, it's on all houses! Let's go, and hello Donatello, welcome to the stream. Tactical Tea Time, promised I will never get housed again. I wish you know what house counts as a house? Tactical Tea Time castles. And the free upgraded elite skirmishers with free armor upgrades are quite strong. No! There's the choke point here! The timing, if that castle was up earlier. And now look at all the farming eco that's gonna be denied. All of this farming eco is under pressure. We see a university. I would love to see also a siege. He's under pressure here by the rocket card. Vikings have not the best siege, but decent siege. And we see here the rocket card standing there, fireworks. I really love to... I'm not a huge fan of the rocket cards, to be honest. I love to use them. I think in rocket card versus mango wars, I much prefer how the rocket cards feel. If it's that 1v1 siege versus siege setup. Yeah, we see fire is raining on Tactical T times TC. So, like, okay, abandon TC, let's drop a few more. And I wonder, because Tactical T Time is playing the full eco game, This time around, can he run away with the eco? He is losing, he's taking damage as well. He has a castle, he is the Vikings. Berserker? Or Berserk, are they called Berserker or Berserk? Berserks? Could be the play here. Berserks to take down the rocket cards, to take down the elite skirms. I wouldn't mind seeing full Berserk here. And thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I your name like pop this window open. All for me. Thank you for the follow, Sorcerer. I need to focus on the game. But yeah, technical tea time with no military. His eco count is dominating. Great economy, great eco upgrades, great build production. So he's getting a slight advantage as long as the damage he's taking is not too big. He's growing a small lead. But he needs to address this sun time. And the longer it takes, the more, the bigger the army pressure would be. And I think Berserk is definitely the right call here. Because you already have a castle up. Build more defensive castle, secure your stone. Build a castle here. These light cap raids, I mean, they're just scouts. The villagers can fight back, but it's way easier in terms of APM to attack than to defend. It's easier to queue units everywhere. Reaction takes more time, but technical time does drop the second castle. Imagine if these two castles were here in the front. All of this pressure will get immediately denied. But at least he's getting castles that are very secure. He has a good setup for the late game. If Robotic Pro doesn't deal too much damage, even though Koreans are a top tier late game scene, I think Tactical Tea Time is building himself a good position. Take down the rocket cards. That's a brave monk. Relics 2 to Tactical Tea Time. And yeah, Robo needs damage. Oh, nice reaction by Tactical Tea Time. This is the weird position where Robo has clearly the military lead, but he didn't cause that much damage. It reminds me of a certain game that happened yesterday. I don't want to spoil people. But where a player was doing a lot of pressure but wasn't taking down villagers and then paid the price for it. But then things flipped to the other side as well, once again. But Robotic Pro? Look at the Eco KD. This tells an entire picture. Look at the insane amount of pressure. DC is going down, siege in the front, villagers. 0-1 Eco KD. TDI, the disappointed invader. Thank you so much for the raid. I am hosting the first ever show match of T90 Titans League Community Edition. Important thing to add.
Yes.
Both are on the way at the exact same time to Imp. But, build TCs. I never have how many. Gotta support my Robotic Pro. Let's go. Oh boy. Yeah, this Tactical Tea Time has a great setup for him. He just needs to decide on a unit. Tactical Tea Time, you need military. This is a war game. This isn't a peace game. How many TCs are there? He lost 2 TCs already. That's farms. 6 TCs once again. You know, military. He should go Spanish. Go Supremacy Spanish Vills Tactical Tea Time. That's the play. That's your style. And Robotic Pro is probably resting here in the back. Thinking, okay, I secured the middle. So I'm winning. Tactical Tea Time is being denied all of this gold. But I think Tactical Tea Time can amount a great push. Get a lot of bombard cannons. Get a lot of berserks to support them and just go for it. And only one TC has 9 villagers killed. I just realized Felon's joke, yeah. Yeah, the disappointed invader is disappointed because he raided us. Yeah, good balance and good... That's another thing. You need to prioritize tasks. And Robo knew it was important to... Wait, jump... Ooh, the technical time special, but there's a keep there. Lead time. I know you like to drop castles, but that's not a good one. Here. Somewhere. Back there. Tactical tea time. Castles. It's your brand. No, there's a tower there as well. No. Well, I mean, that's a lot of villagers. If this castle goes up... Ooh, will this go up? I think it will go up. This is such a dramatic moment in the matchup. The skirms are just arriving. The towers are taking down a lot of villagers very fast. But the castle is going... It's not the top castle. The castle will go up. And now, when you are behind an economy, like Robotic Pro is, taking damage to your economy is more harmful. And Tactical Tea Time would love this castle. I mean, he wouldn't love the lack of garrison. This will cause a lot of damage. Garrison or don't, yeah. Tactical Tea Time has so many villagers. Okay, he garrison, yeah, okay, it has 8. Castles do counter towers. And you can build berserks and traps. Berserks, where are they queued? 10 berserks on the way. Let's go! He's producing unit. Tactical Tea Time, that's a thing I gotta hats off to him. Super boom. I'm the boomer here. I'm older than Tactical Tea Time, but he's showing us a super boom. His castle is getting trapped down. That's the price to pay. He's just making some of his first military units now. Netting more TCs. Only one castle making those. True. This is the trap castle. And oh boy, if you watch T90, you've heard the term trickle traps. T90 says, do not trickle your traps, amass 4, maybe even 5, and send them in a mass and crumble your opponent's army. My man, Tactical Tea Time is not... That is not a trickle trap. Getting the blacksmith upgrades. Long tower. Yeah, freaking... I really dislike playing versus Korean towers. Speaking Upseong, I don't know how to pronounce Korean, sorry. Korean towers are disgusting, I agree. But I mean, that's a good answer. This is a good answer to Korean towers. He needs to make sure he has enough berserks with upgrades to take down the skirm mess. And okay, I was like, the skirms are just chilling. It was disgusting. Yeah, classic clip of disgusting. Tactical Tea Time still has the eco lead, still has a head in rest collected. I think this game can still go either way. Okay, 4 traps here. And Tactical Tea Time needs to keep the castles up. He was getting second armor. Did they cancel? Maybe. He's going ARPs? Tactical Tea Time. Yeah. They're playing versus skirms. Korean skirm. I mean, nowadays they are just regular skirms. They are just cheaper. He's getting everything now, but does he have 2 blacksmiths? He has 2 blacksmiths. ARP. I get that you're Viking, but I don't agree with ARP. Okay. 7 traps, take down your opponent's traps. If you have this many traps, trap war. Defend your castle with traps. Don't focus on the tower, focus on the traps. Let's go, T-Time! Traps! Huh? I've never wanted to scream. Holy traps, yeah! Attack the skirms! Unit control T-Time! Never trickle, let's go! Yeah, these are the leak berserks. And they should be good against the... Yeah, they should start melting the The skirms now, this castle won't stay up for long. I mean, the threads are kind of like, wee, party. Look, they shredded. And now Robotic Pro is down to 6 units. 5 in no time. Like, what a... I did say, that's the thing. You boom, and then if you transition to a strong military, Tactical Tea Time is now in aggression mode, and he can start melting this. The towers will delay this attack. It will progress a lot slower because of the tower presence, and Tactical Tea Time will lose a lot of units here. If he's not careful, that's the power of Korean towers. You are getting a lot of value over time. But he needs to focus the traps on the towers. He needs to be careful. He's losing a lot of berserks. He does have a lot of military though, and there's still 4,000 gold in the middle, and Robotic Pro doesn't have an army to claim it. Look at the base layout and the boom from that kill tea time. That was so efficient. Still missing last armor through. He is playing versus Arbs, and now Arbs will do very well versus the berserks. But this is so many berserks. This is now a matter of unit control of engagement. Will the berserk spread? Okay, he goes back. Yeah, pull back. Fight time. Take down the towers. Nice focus. I want this to go 1-1 and be, as a caster, I want this to be decided by the last match, even though there's no decisive winner. Now the art transition does make sense. They will help. He's getting Elite Skirm to help kill the Arbs, and now he's moving the threats, and that's a big target. It's Vox Veigar in. Let me check. No, it's not. Lost a lot of berserks there. Okay, Vox Veigar is in now. People were asking, I wasn't seeing it. But he's taking down the castle, and the center will crumble for Robotic, and he doesn't have that many towers behind. The threads are taking a lot of shots, but I think this is slightly uphill, and there's quite a few arms for Tactical Tea Time as well. Oh, the threads are focusing on the arms. Dealing quite a lot of damage to the arms, and Tactical Tea Time may hold this. Going uphill, nice call there. A little bit of a miss micro out of Robotic Pro. Yeah, the Dreads are doing great at soaking damage. They are siege units, they are great at resisting pierce damage, and they take down the castle. Tactical Tea Time has improved his position so much in these last couple of minutes. And Tactical Tea Time has a lot of options now. He has the fully upgraded arms, has almost fully upgraded berserks, and he's going to add some archery ranges possibly for Crash units. And he's winning the Relic game. Relic game is 2-0 for Tactical Tea Time, and that's a superb advantage for this long of a match. Do we have Thumb Ring? Tactical Tea Time, do you have Thumb Ring? Oh, he does. Like, Vikings don't have Thumb Ring. They don't have access to the tech. How do you not know that, Peregrine? Oh, Robotic Pro does have Thumb Ring. Viking Cavalier time. Nah, I think he's just setting a lot of traps and repairing the traps. That's a good call. 8 more traps on the way. He's fully popped. If you're fully popped, you should always fight. Move forward with the units and keep the pressure up. You're winning the center push. Yeah, go forward. Ooh, Hand Cannoneer. They won't be happy with seeing these skirms. Yeah, I think, and that's great for me. The fact that I think we are going, I mean, we will always have a match 3. But the fact that this is looking like it will be a 1-1, that's my dream as a caster. I was afraid because I don't think they've ever played before. Maybe we would have a stomp on one side, but we have here, yeah, very asymmetrical playstyle. This match was the pinnacle of asymmetry. We have Robotic Pro going aggressive, Tactical Tea Time not taking a lot of damage from the aggression, and then brum, rolling over the late game. Look at the Rise Collective difference. This was a really good game at showcasing what is so cool about the 1K elo. This was a really good game about having different stages of the game, going back and forth, and I think Robotic Pro needed to cause damage early on with the raids. It was so hard, and maybe Tactical T-Type did play very well in getting the defensive castles. Maybe if Robotic Pro had some more light cav to raid everywhere, maybe some more aggressive towers, maybe chopping the wood. But it was difficult once the game reached this late game. And GG, we have a show match on our hands, everyone. Let me go back to Captain to this thing. Let's add a victory to Tactical Tea Time, Mr. Norman Nougat over here. And in terms of civs, we did have the Vikings triumphing over the Koreans. And now we know that the last map left is Valley. And I wonder what these players will go for. Let me head over to Capture Ridge and check some of the stats. Robotic Blow, 114 ARBs. Tactical Tea Time, a lot of Berserks, Skirms, some ARBs as well. APM, 27, 25, very, very balanced. These two players, I'm glad I set up this match between them. And I think the relics did play a role here, but it was just the eco setup from Tactical Tea Time early on. And Vikings are a superb sieve for booming because of the good upgrades and everything. 1 second imp time difference, that's crazy. Yeah, KD was kind of similar as well. It's just that when Robotic Pro was at the peak of its power, the army didn't gain any advantages, and then that allowed Tactical Tea Time to reach his own peak of power. Gotta go to bed, so continue tomorrow. Good night. Thank you. Thanks for dropping by. I do know that for some time zones, this is getting quite late. We have been at it for quite a bit already. But, and I do thank you all for your support. And I hope, like, this was my idea. Brag. This was my plan to add a show match at the end of the bracket reveal. The bracket reveal was quite long, but I do hope you think, oh, this was kind of a neat idea. I enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this, I or any other castle will try to do this as well for other community events. If you are enjoying the concept of having a show match at the end of the bracket reveal. Okay, they are on. I didn't go over the sieves that they have. Ooh. Robot Pick Pro went for what I expected, which was the Sicilians for this map. And Tactical Tea Time has picked the Portuguese. So we have Sicilians Portuguese for the final match. It's gonna be an interesting one on a very aggressive map. It was Ancient Bolt. Oh, and here it is also Aniscient. So maybe that is intentional and not a mistypo. The Aniscient. We are waiting on a timer for the show match to be ready. Let me check. 20 more seconds. And I wonder, because this is the first official show match, I wonder who is going to be the first player to schedule and play the match. I wonder, I can see the rooms, scheduled games. As a, oh, I already see? Wait. Are they already? I think there's a match already getting played. Okay, they are in the match. I think their players already playing their sets. If I read that correctly, which is crazy. Okay, they are already laughing in game because of the fact that Robotic Pro is using Sicilians versus Tactical Tea Time. Let me get the colors coherent, just to help people with color blindness or to spot players better at the minimap. That's the only reason why we casters change colors, because we would love to always have the player's original colors displaying. But yeah, this is the final match of Display All 3. Winner takes it all. When I say all, I mean glory, bragging right. And in the north side of the map, in the blue color, we have Tactical Tea Time commanding my nation, the Portuguese. In the south, we have Robotic Pro, the AOE League's admin, who is commanding the Sicilians. So who is stronger, Sicilians or Portuguese? The Portuguese are, but I wonder if Tactical Tea Time will win the match or not. And this is a map. Yes, this is a map where you can go for a lot of different styles. I've seen a lot of players go for the Mega Boom in this map, while others go more greedy. They control the river that's full of huntables, full of chicken, full of hares. That's not hares, these are hares and deers. And get all of this food. There's also some starfish that you can gather. There's a lot of food. If I get dungeon rushed, I swear. Yeah, Tactical Tea Time, for those of you who haven't been around since that era, is a famous name in the Age of Empires T90 community. And he's known for Sicilian play, specifically. Ooh! And the scout gets taken out, and the sheep are recovered. And I saw a no. Go to second idle. That was a no. But now Tactical Tea Time took the revenge, and I think this is a worse map than the previous one to lose the scout. You won't know if your opponent is in the hairs. Of course, I think scouts are less valuable at lower elo, because you don't know what to look for, and even if you have the information, you don't know what to do with it. Ooh, Tactical Tea Time's gold spawn, good call. I think this is his main goal in the back. That gold is quite atrocious. I think this is his main goal, and this is Robotic Pro's main goal. It's kind of symmetrical. Self-flaming the stone, but the stone more forward, more towards the side. All the way. The corner left. There's a... Oh, this gold! Is this a bug? The West! Admins! T90! Not T90, sorry. I have T90, T90's name in my head. I meant our base! Wake up! Our base! You need to restart the whole tournament. How can we have such an important show match be compromised? But yeah, I don't think this is supposed to happen. Robotic has one in the back. Okay, maybe this is supposed to happen. I have no idea. I don't know the map script. Maybe this... That's one of the things why you call an admin. Because me, as a caster, I don't know the map scripts. I don't know the map gens. And sometimes a map can look unfair or look very fair. And sometimes the map is completely fair for both players, but it is a bug gen. Or sometimes the opposite happens. The map is very unfair, but it's not a bug gen. Yeah, and Lori's right. Lori's right. There's no issue. There's just one neutral goal here, one neutral goal there. And that's why you get admins in. But I don't think even... I don't think it's that relevant. But if you have any doubt, and some things are more clear. Like, if you're missing a boar. That's rare, but it could happen, and... Be careful. Which I've never done this before. He's talking to only us. He's dungeon rushing. Oh, a douche? Could be a douche and not a rush, dungeon rush. Difficulty time is already farming. Wake up our base, yes! And he has no scout. Oh, but he has spotted the TC because he lost. Yes! We have a douche, and technically time spots it right away. But nice quick walls there. The TC will go up for sure. Tactical T-time, the correct call for this is to retreat. Don't fight this. T-West, hi, Bergwin sent me. Hello, T-West, welcome, welcome. We are having a show match and some people were saying that this is a bugged gold, but I don't think it is a bugged gold. Yeah, everyone was asking if this... Okay, there's so much action going on. People were asking if these 3 tiles of gold and these 3 tiles of gold are bugged, but I don't think they are. That is not a dungeon.
Yes.
I know that much. Those are fine. Okay, we have here the most important validation confirming that this is fine. But what a match. That kill time is on the way to... I literally stood up out of my chairs when I saw your reveals. And thank you for dropping by. Yes, thank you, T-West. And thank you, Berwin, for calling. The first ever douche for me. Tactical T-Time will be happy to be up to feudal. He just needs to make sure that he can drop another TC. He's Portuguese, so he's getting wood from the berries. This is how pros should have played this map. I agree, I agree. This is why the community version is so special. Some people were saying, oh, you're doing a show match. We already had... I'm not mocking the people, some person who said it, but everyone was like, we already had the pros playing it. That's the best show match. This is what TTLC is all about. This is a true show match of community players. And as a showman, like, of course, hats off to the pro players. They put so much time and effort into the game. It is unquestionable. They have a love for this game. Some of them may also have a hatred for this game. But the amount of time and effort and dedication they put into this game is amazing. That's why they are rewarded with prize pools. That's why everyone is watching at their matches. They are superb. But as a spectator, there is something special about the community as well. There's something special about a bunch of people coming together, organizing a tournament, and getting 415 people signing up for it, and having all of these show matches going on, and matches are already being played in the tournament itself, which is crazy for me. That's why I hosted this show match. I thought no one would be playing at the end of the tournament and at the end of the bracket reveal, and I didn't want to pressure players. And we all even see watchtowers, preemptive watchtowers, avoiding the douche part 2. And Robotic Pro, as Vil lead, he can follow this up with just a standard game. He can't just get some wild chickens, get map control. This is a map where you can get highly rewarded by your map control and play this standard. And I think that's what he's planning on doing. And Tactical T-Time needs to keep his eco going. He needs to get his head back into the game. Not a lot of idle TC time. Timo out losing the scout. Yeah, for Robotic Pro, it was really rough to lose the scout. And thank you so much for the follow. Was that T-West? Yeah, T-West, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the cast. Milling the farms? That's the other thing. When you are watching these, you're like, how well do the players know the map? This map has so much food. Milling 2 farms from your opponent is not the correct play here. And what is... What? Oh, he's... Tactical T-Time is playing the map correctly. I think this is a situation where Robo should have boomed. And this is the correct way to boom in this map. Malicious. Like, this match is one thing after the other. And the villagers are all here. Their paths may cross. If Robo finds these... I think they are malicious. They are not meta-armed. if Tactical T90's plays well, he should fight them back with the villagers, and she should build a mill. Do not long distance. He queued up the houses and then a mill, and these villagers will walk all the way to back. That's what he did. He queued up the houses. Oh, he spotted it. I'm glad Tactical T90 spotted it. Crisis averted. Crisis averted. Has a scout? Okay, it's not an auto scout. And Robo has only now clicked up to feudal. So Tactical T90's economy looks worse. He's a little bit behind in villagers, but he already researched up to feudal. And I think the fact that he's not adding farms, he's gathering these neutral food, is a very good play. I think this is way more relevant. The fact that one player went here and the other didn't is more impactful than the TC drop. When do you see in the pro games two lumber camps living together in peace and harmony? It's almost worth getting a monk with redemption to convert the markets go hard. Yeah, the militia don't have a lot of. And seeing the mining camp, I think Robotic Pro wants to follow this, not with dungeons, but I'm thinking maybe a castle drop to this corner. But Tactical T90 should be the first to Castle Age. Because of this. And this. And that's what makes it so exciting, because right now, they are quite even. And we saw Robotic Pro, in my opinion, before adding the farms, was completely ahead with the douche. The douche was successful. He gained a lot of map control. Now, because he has fallen behind, because he didn't take the right call, he has fallen behind, and this can keep happening. And now Tactical T90 can do a wrong strategic decision and fall back. Donjon! Blacksmith marketplace, so Robo just needs to sell a bit of food and he's ready to go up. Yeah, he's about to click up to castle. He needs the second building. The blacksmith is on the way. And Robo is the first to click up to castle. They are even in res collected. Arson and fletching. True. I still don't know what Tactical T90 is cooking. Who does? I don't even know Tactical T90 knows what Tactical T90 is cooking. But hats off to Robotic Pro. One of the most important things about the show match, I often say more important than winning or losing, is making it in a string. What? The mind games. Oh, and Robotic Pro is only talking to us. Robotic Pro thinks he's replying to Tactical T90. Oh, Robotic Pro is only talking to us. Yeah, he's only speaking to himself. He didn't reset the settings. He will say GG if he loses or something. And Tactical T90 will not get it and be like, no, you're not a fan. Chatting is hard. Chatting is one of the hardest things in Age of Empires. I've played one community game, I think. It was the Why You Put Nuke in My Face. It was where I got nuked by Bergwin's Disconnected King. And chatting was so hard during that game. I mean, that was also a game where I got nuked by a Disconnected King, so it made it a bit harder. Whoa, yeah, that was a good Castle Age timing. Hold on there a minute, buddy. Market Copper and... Oh, he fixed it. He fixed it. He fixed it. Let's go. You come in from my base and then you age up before me. That ain't right. What's the follow-up? Siege. Ooh, pushing the TC is a good call. But for Tactical T90, it's very good that he's already up to castle. And if he drops the castle soon, Organ Guns will shred the sergeant. But no. Okay. Look at this. This, to be honest, these players are not competing in the tournament. And I think this may be one of the coolest matches, one of the coolest sets we have already. All the matches so far were cool. Look at what we have on screen. We have a TC in the corner, getting stonewalled in and squeezed by a dungeon. My body's a machine that funds thousands of resources. GG, well played. And we have a freaking corner TC. And hello, Become in Love. Well, I think it's the better game than throw ball at wall. It is. The sergeants are in, and I love the wall in. If Technical Tea Time didn't have all of this economy scattered, that could have been a devastating move. Yeah, TC here, Technical Tea Time. It's actually a great play. So many untapped resources there. And now this TC will get pressure, and Technical Tea Time should boom on the outside. He has a lot of food. He has quite a lot of stuff. Drop a castle here and then a TC. Or drop a defensive... Even dropping a defensive castle to secure this position would be good. He has a stone. I wouldn't dislike a castle even here. Make it so that Robotic Pro has to waste a lot of time and resources here.
Estou pronto.
The villagers estão prontos. They are ready for action. Garrison the TC. Attack the sergeants with the TC. Technical Tea Time is holding, and this is buying time, and they nerfed the Fierce Armor so much, man. Look how they died. Yeah, Technical Tea Time is sad. That his unit is dying. Technical Tea Time wants to lose this match. He wants the Sicilians to win. Technical Tea Time should just boom. I would love to see him drop 2 more PCs. Scout. This monastery is getting relics. The Scout turns back. The Scout didn't see the corner TC. Oh, that counter castle. Technical Tea Time. I don't think he will have the reaction, but a counter castle there will be such a good play. How many villagers are going forward to build that? Okay, that's a lot of villagers. I don't think counter castling is a good play. I think he should just abandon position, but let's see what happens. I'm at the edge of my seat in this show match right now. I'm literally... I used this term during our base's stream that I was electrical. I feel that. I feel the static electricity in the air, and Technical Tea Time should evacuate, but he has no way to evacuate. Ruble spot got killed by the corner TC, so he will have vision at least. Technical Tea Time is getting another TC there. He should try to retreat from here. More dungeons are being placed. This position is doomed in my opinion. And that's... I don't think Technical Tea Time can afford to lose 17 villagers at this point. He'll be down to 30. I don't think that's the play. Send all your villagers to take down the house. YOLO it. That for Technical Tea Time to lose this position is very... What will he do? I don't think he knows how surrounded he is. He's trying to flee. I think he probably clicked here. And the villagers are routing through the only route they got. They are kind of doing a good job at dodging the arrows. Wait, what? That's one of the players. Called wait, what? But... Actually? Yeah, handcart. And the villagers are blocking the construction of the gate. They are free. What? That's 8 villagers escaping. No, go, keep running. Oh, and the castle here securing this. And the knight. The knight is huge. Technical Tea Time can click up to him. After this castle goes up, and after going up to him, Technical Tea Time can even add Feiturias. This is... I love this game. I love Age of Empires. And I love this game that I'm casting in particular. This one night. This is like Hydrogen Bomb versus Coughing Baby. One night versus 20 shirtless men. And they will take down the night, but at what cost? 6 villagers down, 7 villagers down. One more night and the job is finished. And also, a lot of this eco is inefficient because of how crappy the game is. Tactical T-Time will have the castle up here. These villagers are now fleeing. Villagers are moving here. The fact that Tactical T-Time is getting more... Look at the reds collected. They are so even. How are they so even? Amidst all of this mess. And we have a beautiful Portuguese castle here. Tactical T-Time did click up to Imp. And Robotic Pro did click up to Imp. We see circumnavigation. Does Tactical T-Time know what that does? I don't think he does. He almost revealed the entire map and I want to see this go in. Oh. Okay, it's probably bugged on Capture H. Yeah, it doesn't show on Capture H. Ah, I was so hyped for my first time seeing circumnavigation. Tactical T-Time is getting 4 relics. And what units do you go for here? If you're Robotic Pro? I mean... Oh, nice dodging there. At least they're both... I think they are both enjoying this show match quite a bit. Which was one of my goals as well. But... I think the best unit for Robotic Pro could actually be... Cavalier. Sicilian Cavalier. With Horde is kind of very good. Got a surprise for you soon, it seemed. Oh no. Yeah, Cavalier with crabs. Sicilian Cavaliers are quite powerful. Tactical T-Time with a boom, but the thing is, in the previous game, Tactical T-Time snowballed into a giant boom before the pressure was in. Now, Robotic Pro is applying the pressure before the gigantic boom is paying off. Tactical T-Time was very delayed. And now Imp is in. Is that a surprise, you cheek? And that sergeant there hasn't been killed a single villager. He's shifting his focus. Oh, wait. Oh! Let's go! That was actually a great play. I'm glad you called it, Ancient Bolt. Great play out of Tactical T-Time. I really like that. He has a castle to produce up the T-Tards. I think that was a really good call. Oh wait, you're here in chat? How are you here in chat? We still aren't over Tactical T-Time. So I assume that Tactical T-Time is going to resign soon. Oh, there's Relic Victory. You eggs. There shouldn't be Relic Victory. Go Tactical T-Time, win the Relic Victory. You're not including the tourney. I mean, this is the show match special. This final match was so good. Like the whole matchup was amazing. But this final match, and by the way, in this game in particular, during the middle of the game, Robotic Pro was talking to you, Tactical T-Time, but he changed some chat settings and you couldn't see, but GG. Thank you, both of you, Robotic Pro and Tactical T-Time. I'm glad I got you paired. Yeah. This needs to be a screenshot. Most military unit produced. What is military? Just need monks and petards. No, I hope both of you enjoyed playing the show match, Tactical Tea Time and Robotic Pro. Congratulations, Robotic Pro, on the victory. But regardless on win or lose, it was such a fun show match. This final game, when you started doing the Great Wall, and at the same time you were Great Walling, Tactical Tea Time was at the freaking corner TC. No, it wasn't disappointing at all. It was a really fun show match, and I'm glad it was 2-1. I didn't know, because at TC low there's a lot of variability. I didn't want it to be 3-0. I didn't care who won it, I just didn't want to have a 3-0. I'm just glad that it was a 2-1. Yeah, it was very even. I agree. You both, like, you have very different playstyles, and it was funny because you are both doing something super spectacularly well. I feel like both of you had amazingly low idle TC time, for example, but then there were also, of course, some flaws. I think, yeah, both matches were winnable by both players at some point. I agree. I definitely agree with that statement. Let me go over back to this scene. Yeah, I think this was a great matchup. Let me add. And I mean, Tactical Tea Time, you lost, but you gave a victory to the Sicilians. So at the end of the day, was that a defeat or a victory? I do not feel like I lost. That's great. That's what we want here. And now I will soon, not soon, right now I need to rest because it was a lot of streaming. It was the bracket reveal and everything, not a show match. I had a great time. I'm glad we have kicked off the... Oh yeah, you can garrison fish. The first match, you lost all your fishing ships to Robotic Pro. You can garrison fishing ships in the docks, Tactical Tea Time. And you, like, that would have been a completely different game. Let me load it up before going for the raid. Yeah, that defined game 1. Oh, I don't have the matches here. No need. You can watch the VOD later. Yeah, you can garrison fish, and like docks are now water TCs. And there's a new water map, there's a new ship called the Hulk. And if you garrisoned 40 fishing ships, Dark Age 2. But yeah, but no, you can garrison them to save them. You just had to do that, and you would have mitigated a lot of damage. But it was cool also. The fact that you haven't played in a while made this very interesting as well. And let me raid over to someone over here on Twitch. Okay. Otter was complaining about Otter Monday, like, oh, I want to start Otter Monday, why don't you do the bracket reveal? So now we will raid on to Otter. I think it's fair. Let's raid on to Otter. Oh, this is on this is a VOD on YouTube. I always multi-stream. Always multi-stream. All my streams are on Twitch and YouTube. And one of the reasons is exactly that, because Twitch caters a lot more live following. But especially if you were the playing getting cast, if you want to check your VODs, my VODs are always there on my YouTube channel on the live tab. Yeah. You can now, and even though Twitch saves the VODs for a little bit, Twitch VOD functionality is quite wonky, and that's why I always multi-stream. I multi-streamed before it was cool. I multi-streamed before T90 did it. But yes, that was it for tonight. I'm so excited. This was such a cool show match. I'm excited by the bracket reveal. Thank you so much, Arbase, for trusting me with the position to co-host the bracket reveal and then do this show match. Thank you, T90, for hosting the event. And before the raid, one thing I want to say is that T90 was talking about how Titans League went out, and he said he felt a lot of pride. A lot of pride about how the event went, a lot of pride about the work he put into. In this event, I don't want T90 to have to put a lot of work. This is the community event. But I also want T90 to feel pride of how this event went, of how we as players did, how we as casters did, how the admins did. Let us all have great matches, let us all have a great time, and let's make T90 proud of his community as well. Not only of his great accomplishments that he deserves, but also of the role that we are playing. And on that note, the raid is starting. Thank you so much for your support, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye bye, and hope you had a great time. See ya!